Good morning, everyone. My name is Tony Butler. I am one of the life sales directors here at Insurance Agency Marketing Services. And I want to thank you guys for taking time out of your busy Monday morning to join us in our webinar today. Today we have AJ Stafflin, who is with North American, and we're going to discuss the tax advantage solution to your client's needs. So we're going to discuss um, how to complement their qualified plans, get potential tax-free retirement income, and leave a legacy for their heirs. Now, you guys are in listen-only mode. Uh, at the end of the webinar, we are going to open it up for questions, and you'll have a question bar that you can enter in your questions. So before we get started, a few things I want to talk to you about as far as what Insurance Agency Marketing Services offers you, the agent. So let's get started. So we have our new producers builders, which can help you grow your production. And we have 5 different levels that's available for you. And these are paid premiums. So we have the 100,000, 250,000, 500,000, as you see, 750 and 1 million. So there are things that you can earn, whether it be a 1,500 piece mailer, if you're looking for a Ritz-Carlton package. We do offer marketing reimbursement dollars as well. So if you're a new producer, that's someone that first 180 days of getting appointed with Iams, we can provide you with more details as to what you're looking for. Just feel free to give us a call, and any one of our sales directors would be able to answer any questions that you have. Next, we have the Iams Business Builder. This is our referral program and bonus program for you, the agent, for referring business to us. What that means is any agent that you refer to Insurance Agency Marketing Services, and they get appointed with any of the carriers that we work with, we do provide you with the $50 one-time bonus for each agent that you refer. There's also subsequent monies that you can earn based on the business that they write. So as you see here, whether it be life target premium that they write or index annuities, there are ways that you can earn additional money for those agents that you do refer. We also provide you with back office support. We like to tell you that we work with you from submissions to commissions. So what that means is we help you work smarter, not harder, whether that be with paperless contracting, top sales expertise, or coaching. We do help you with case designs. We do have business building tool resources available for you, and forms available for you as well. And I'll get to how do you locate those here in a sec. Now, under today's current pandemic situation that we have with COVID-19, a lot of agents aren't getting in front of clients, and we know that. So there's a couple of platforms that we have available for you as far as electronic applications go. One is through our Firelight platform. And as you see here, Firelight, we offer for the carriers that are off to the left. We're working on the ones that are here to the right. If you haven't gotten registered with Firelight, you can go to our website to get registered. If you need assistance in doing that, give us a call. As you see at the bottom here, our toll-free number is 800-255-5055. Any one of the sales directors can help you get registered with Firelight. We also have a creative marketing solutions team, and that team is there to help you, whether it be turnkey, agency, or digital solutions. What that means in layman terms, if you need assistance with professionally written handouts or newsletters, advertising, you're looking to get in a digital marketing space and you need help with your personal website or digital marketing strategies, Jacob Tedlock and his team can help you with that. Just give us a call, ask for the creative team. They can let you know what they can do for you. We also have a 24/7 website. Now, I mentioned that we have 2 platforms for electronic applications. The second platform would be iGo eApp Solutions, which is also available on our website. Our website does also offer excellent sales tools for you life agents. You're able to run term quotes as well as guaranteed universal life quotes. Forms are available online. You can get annuity information from our annuity grid, as well as long-term care information. As you see here, our website is www.iamsinc.com. If you need assistance as far as registering for the website or learning how to navigate through the website, don't hesitate to give me a call. I'll be more than happy to walk you through that process. We also have a retirement analyzer that's available, and we do offer that for agents at a 30-day free trial basis. Then after that, there is a fee for that. We do offer it free based on production that you submit. But what the retirement analyzer does is it answers questions for your clients, such as, can I continue my present standard of living into my retirement years? How would it affect my family if I were to enter a nursing facility? What are the possible solutions if my situation changes? Marcus Solar, who is one of our annuity sales director, I would say is our subject matter expert on the retirement analyzer. He can help answer any questions that you have, as can any other sales director. So if this does interest you, please give us a call. Be more than happy to walk you through that as well. We also have an Iams wealth management team, which is headed up by Charles Hiring Jr. The wealth management team is designed for your higher net worth clients. It can help you increase revenue, improve client retention, or strengthen those relationships with those clients. If you want additional information in regards to what the wealth management team offers, give Charles Jr. a call. You can talk to Mike, Joan, and name escapes me, but anyone in the wealth management team can help you with that. We also offer Life and Annuity Academy. If you're familiar with Iams, you know that we do a 2-day training that we pay for. That's our Life and Annuity Academy. We're not going to have one for 2020, obviously, for due to COVID. Not sure what we're going to do for 2021. That is something that we're still discussing. But if you're not familiar with the Life and Annuity Academy, what it is a 2-day training that we talk about different sales ideas and strategies. We do have some of our top producers attend and speak. We talk about large life case marketing, wealth transfer tools, and we a lot of times will partner with some of our top carriers and discuss industry trends as well as their products. If you have any questions in regards to the Life and Annuity Academy, as always, you can give us a call at our toll-free number. Be more than happy to answer any questions that you have. And with that, AJ, are you there?
I'm here, Tony. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. I'm going to switch this over to you and have you take over. Okay, you should have it now.
Let's make sure this works. Can you see my screen, Tony?
Yes, I can.
Should say North American, a Salmons Financial Company.
Yep, got it.
We're good to go? Okay,
yep.
Good. Always want to make sure that we're technologically ready. Well, I appreciate everybody's time this morning. Again, my name is AJ Spaslin. I am the internal wholesaler here at North American for Iams. Really what I want to bring to you today, it's not just product information. I know that there's a lot of carriers out there right now that are just doing web sessions, training sessions on their products. Really what we want to talk about is something that we can bring to you to bring to your clients to help them. It's a tax advantage solutions. It's for your clients. So we're going to jump right into it. So to set the stage here, first we need to talk about the 4 challenges that many of the clients face in the future. The first one is going to be the retirement income shortfall. The majority of Americans, we know they're not saving enough for retirement. It's especially true for those high income earners. They're likely maxing out what they contribute to their qualified plan, maybe their Roth, maybe their 401k, but they're still projected to have that shortfall in retirement. The second thing is just going to be volatility. The market's ups and downs, they're unpredictable. Clients can't afford to have that large market decline right before or during retirement. And then the third thing is going to be the health event. Clients are really worried about their health, and the possibility of some sort of long-term care event in the future, and they really want to know how are they going to be able to pay for something like that. And then the fourth one is going to be taxes. That's really the topic of the conversation today, so I'll talk about that shortly. But simply put, taxes, they're always going to play that important role in the client's retirement planning in the future. So now that we talked about the challenges, how about some of the solutions that life insurance is going to provide? So the first one, supplemental retirement income. So life insurance, especially with the Index Universal Life, that can really help build a supplemental retirement income bucket for your clients. The second thing is going to be risk protection. The market's ups and downs. They're really less worrisome when you have a zero floor and then you get the upside potential, which obviously is how an IUL works. And it's going to help smooth out returns as well. The third thing, this is becoming more and more a big factor with people, it's living benefits. Clients can accelerate a portion of the death benefit should they have some sort of need for what I call CCT, critical, chronic, or terminal illness need. And then the fourth one, it's just going to be the tax advantage. Life insurance, it's not just known for its tax-free death benefit, but can also provide that tax-deferred growth of cash and then the tax-free income if you're using the variable loans. So let's focus more on the tax benefits of life insurance. But we got to set the stage where we are today, right? We find ourselves in a very low tax rate environment. You can see from this chart that the taxes were lower during the Great Depression, also in the late 80s, but today they are also extremely low, especially relative to our current debt, which brings us to the next topic, debt. Look at the amount of debt we have in our country. We are over it's actually 27 trillion in debt and growing. The chart here shows our debt of how it relates to other countries right now. And we all know that it just keeps growing. Actually, earlier this year, we saw another $2 trillion get added when the COVID relief package was passed, also known as the CARES Act, which I'm sure quite a few people on this call are aware of. So that leads us to some very important questions that you as agents and advisors should ask your clients. The first one is going to be this: Mr. or Mrs. Client, do you believe taxes are going to go up in the future? Well, most of the people I talk to, they're always going to say yes. They think the taxes are going to go up. Then the second question is going to be this: how well diversified are your assets when it comes to taxes? Now, we know the majority of Americans have their money in qualified accounts. That's going to be taxed in the future. Now, many other clients are in taxable assets like mutual funds, maybe a brokerage account or something like that. Very few clients have their money in an asset that can be growing tax deferred and be tax free later as well. This is going to be a benefit of life insurance. And the third question is, would you rather pay taxes on the seed or the harvest? And I think the people on this call know, you don't need to be a farmer to understand that paying taxes on the seed is going to be much better than paying on the harvest. So let's dig in and look at a few case studies. So here we have a 40-year-old male. He's a high income earner. He's looking to maximize his retirement income, and maybe he's already maxing out what he can put in his 401k, but he's really open to the idea of the tax advantage solution. So this illustration, we're showing him contribute $10,000 annually to a Builder Plus 2 Index Universal Life with North American. He's going to fund it to age 65. Then he's going to start taking income. And we can see in the illustration, the income is approximately almost $48,000 a year. That's going to be tax-free because you're utilizing the variable loan. Look at this next slide. We're going to look at a comparison of him only using his 401k versus him supplementing his 401k with an IUL. So he has the $100,000 annual need in retirement. So in his tax-deferred qualified account, he will need to make a withdrawal of $133,000 in change, pay over $33,000 in taxes to net him the $100,000 he needs in retirement. Now, let's talk about the tax advantage account like life insurance to supplement that tax deferred account. It's going to work out much better. Here he makes a withdrawal of just under $70,000 from his tax deferred account. He pays just over $17,000 in taxes. Then he takes a loan from the life insurance policy of just under $48,000. That amount is not taxable, but he nets the same $100,000 he needs for retirement. But really the big difference is he had to take less out from his tax deferred account and therefore paid less in taxes. So the difference in taxes paid is over $15,800. Okay. Over a 20-year retirement, that would be over $315,000 in tax savings. That is absolutely huge right now. So with that, let's look at another case study. We're looking at a 60-year-old female, has that qualified money in her IRA. She's really weighing the difference in how taxes are going to impact her as well. Let's look at the assumptions here for the case study. She has $500,000 in a qualified IRA. The tax liability, 25%. And let's just assume the account is going to grow at 5% and then the expenses are 1%. We're also going to assume she lives to age 90 as well. So on the left, we see the tax treatment for her keeping that qualified account that she has. If she does this, she's required to take those required minimum distributions at age 72. Now, of course, when that money comes out, it's never been taxed. So she's going to have to pay taxes on that. Now, by the time she gets to age 90, that will be over $190,000 in taxes paid. The reinvested RMDs will also be taxed on the growth. That's another $46,000, almost $47,000 in taxes. And lastly, if she dies at 90, when the untaxed balance of the account will be taxable, that would be another $134,000 in taxes. If you put that all together, combined, it's over $430,000 in taxes alone. Now, what if instead she decided to move her money to the tax advantage solution that we have? Yeah, she's going to have to pay taxes from the $500,000 account, which would be $125,000 in taxes, netting her $375,000. Now, in that life insurance policy, we know the growth in that would not be taxable. And if she would take income later in life, that also is not taxable. We also know that the death benefit when she dies is not going to be taxed as well. Now look at that comparison between $430,000 in taxes versus $125,000 in taxes. That is a huge difference between the two. So here we're looking at that illustration, the Builder Plus 2, how that money is going to go into the Index Universal Life Plan. We've taken the $375,000 that's left after paying taxes. We put it into North American's premium deposit agreement, which spreads that premium out over time so it doesn't become a MEC, which, by the way, our PDA is actually crediting right now, 3.25%, the highest in the industry that I've seen. So then that PDA is going to pump the premium into the IUL at over $43,000 a year for 10 years. So here you can see further that premium for 10 years, $43,122 and change. That's, you can see you're taking that big chunk of change, putting in the PDA, and it spreads it out over time. So you're going to be able to see here, the cash value continues to grow, as does the death benefit. So if you look at age 90, she has over $1.3 million in cash and a death benefit of just under $2 million, which is awesome leverage when we're talking about critical, chronic, and terminal illness, or if they pass away, that tax-free death benefit. So if we go back to this comparison of keeping the account or converting it, we can see what her beneficiary would receive at age 90. She keeps the account, it would continue to grow, but the taxes paid would create some drag on the policy. So in total, the beneficiary would net over $1.2 million. Let's compare that to the just under $2 million on the life insurance side. Now, again, we can see the benefits to using the insurance, the IUL, the Builder Plus 2, as a tax advantage plan. So once again, got to ask ourselves, where are taxes headed? We know our debt is dramatically increasing, but the good news is that we are historically at a low tax point we find ourselves right now. So we need to realize that what I call is taxes are on sale. So the time is ripe for the planning today. Now, can you imagine what these case studies that we just looked at, what they might actually be in reality as tax rates increase? In all likelihood, we underestimated what the tax impact would be in the future. It could actually cost more for those individuals. Much, much more. We'll find out in the future. So once again, we really need to summarize here what we talked about, the benefits of life insurance, specifically the case for IUL. Provides tax-deferred growth, tax-free income, and it has the tax-free death benefit. And remember, it's IUL, So it's zero is your hero. The zero floor for downside protection, but you still get the upside potential because it's tied to the indices. And of course, remember, CCT, you got the critical, you got the chronic, and you have the terminal illness, and it's built right into the policy. Now, I do need to talk about the product specifically as well. Here's some of the features on the Builder Plus 2, competitive advantages over the other carriers that you're going to see out there. First one is daily sweeps. If the client wants to put their money in the S&P 500, they can do it 100%. It goes in right away, starts earning the credit on the S&P 500. Other companies, sometimes they might do sweeps once or twice a month. With North American, it starts right away. We also do index crediting on the beginning value. What I mean by that is a lot of other carriers are going to take the cost of insurance out first, then they credit you based on that lower amount after cost of insurance comes out. We don't. We do it on the beginning value. I did say zero is your hero, but really it's minimum account value here at North American. 2.5 is your hero. What we do for anybody who has an IUL with North American, we will every 10 years look through their policy. If they didn't average 2.5%, we true it up to as if they did. Or if they surrender the policy, we do the same thing as well. ROP death benefit feature. This is very unique. What this is it's very similar to increasing switching to level, which a lot of people will run on IULs. The problem with increasing switching to level, it's not automated, okay? If you're switching into level down the road, somebody needs to call the insurance company to tell them, hey, I'm done paying premiums. Now let's switch it to a level death benefit. The ROP death benefit does it for you. The death benefit goes up by as much premium as you put in, but once you stop paying premiums, it levels off automatically. We call it set it and forget it. Very unique. Also, I already talked about the PDA. We're paying 3.25% on that. Basically, that's a holding account that we use to fund IULs, spread it over time, make sure it doesn't become a mech. We have a protected death benefit feature. It's very similar to an overloan protection, but what it does is it allows the client to choose a death benefit they might want to protect. What I mean by that is, let's say you have a client. They purchase an IUL. They start with $500,000, but at some point they want to take withdrawals or loans, okay? But they still want to protect, let's say, $250,000 in life insurance in the policy still. They can start taking out the loans or withdrawals, and once it gets down to $250,000 left in the death benefit, we let the agent and client know, hey, time to stop taking the loans and withdrawals because you have $250,000 left in your life insurance plan. We also have an account interest multiplier. It's currently 15% years 1 through 10, and then guaranteed 10% after that. We have an interest bonus. Currently, it's years 11 and over, and it's guaranteed at 1%. I'll kind of explain how that works too. So let's say that you choose the S&P 500. It's year 11. The market does nothing. You actually get a 1% return. We also have a capped variable loan rate of 6%. We're actually currently crediting 4 or charging 4, but the highest we could ever show is 6%. That is the highest we could ever charge. When you're looking at other carriers, some of them have caps of 8, 9, or 10%, and some don't have caps at all. You definitely need to be looking at the moving parts and the guarantees when you're looking at these IULs. And again, accelerated death benefits, again, CCT, critical, chronic, terminal illness. Now, another thing we did here a couple months ago, we increased the compensation on the Builder Plus 2. We know it's been a challenging last few months here, so we're just trying to help out people as much as possible. We did increase our compensation. So what does this solution provide? Now, for the clients, it's going to be that tax advantage solution. It's not tied to the market. For you, the agent or advisor, it's that opportunity to have a conversation with clients about the need for that tax diversification. So really, what are the next steps? First thing is pretty obvious. Identify the clients who can benefit from a tax advantage solution. The second thing is critical. Schedule time with Iams to review the solution and obtain any illustrations or sales support you may need from Tony or anybody else there at Iams. And then the last thing, present the solution to your client, okay? Again, identify the clients, get the supporting material you might need, whether it's marketing materials or illustrations, and just bring it to your client. It's that tax advantage solution. Now, with that said, I know I covered a lot of ground. Are there any questions at this time that we need to address?
Yeah, I'm going to open it up for questions. If you want to enter in the questions.
They would have to put it in the chat box. Is that correct, Tony?
That is correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to switch this back over to me here. All right.
And while you're waiting for that, Tony, I did want to bring up another topic here a little bit, is accelerated underwriting.
Yep.
So
Go ahead.
we've actually improved quite a bit here in the past couple of months on that as well. We know it is very challenging out there right now to see clients, get in front of clients, and all those sort of things. So we actually have loosened up a little bit on our accelerated underwriting. We bumped up the maximum amount we will allow ages 18 to 50. It's up to $2 million in coverage, where they might not have to go through the full pyramid. They just basically do the e-application and then an online part 2 where they answer some questions. Ages 51 to 60 is up to $500,000, and they have that potential for accelerated underwriting. Now, when we did that, we also lowered the risk classifier score to make it easier for clients to go right through the process and just get an offer within a couple days. And right now, we're seeing about 50 to 55% of the cases go right through and get an offer from North American within a couple days without going through full underwriting.
You know what? I'm glad that you mentioned that, because that's huge, because a lot of conversations that we have right now is a couple of things. One is, do they have to do a paramed? Because with the current pandemic, a lot of people are concerned about actually going out and doing parameds. And for you guys to be doing that, that's huge. Also, the processing time with that is also huge as well. I have noticed that you guys are really good about turnaround time on getting an answer back on applications that are submitted. So if you're an agent and you're writing business, that is something to definitely consider, because there are carriers out there you might see where the premium might be a little bit lower, but unfortunately the processing time is a lot longer and the underwriting could be more stringent. So that is something to think about when you are writing business.
Just one more thing too. Like, I know there's all kinds of carriers out there that have some sort of accelerated underwriting, but the reality is a lot of them, they will go to a medical. They will go to parameds. I do know of one carrier specifically that they really tout their accelerated underwriting, but when I talk to agents and MGAs, they tell me that realistically only about 15 to 20% of the potential cases for accelerated underwriting go through the process. It's more like 80% actually goes to a paramed or something additional. With us right now, it's over 50% that are actually going right through and getting an offer within a couple days.
So while we're waiting on questions, I've got a couple of polling questions that I'm going to throw out there. The first one is, if you'd like to get more information on today's webinar, I'm going to launch that. You guys can go ahead and respond to that. Make sure to get additional information out to you. AJ, it looks like we got quite a few people looking for more info, so that's always good.
Very nice. I like to hear that.
I'll leave this polling question up for a few seconds longer. Give everyone a
Tony,
chance to
I
respond.
also want to add this. Something that is definitely going to help out the advisors that are on this call is our marketing toolkit. I know you use it quite a bit as well, because you don't need a login, you don't need a password, and you can get all of the marketing materials that we have, whether it's for products or sales concepts, technology, or whatever it is. You don't need the login, you don't need the password. The only thing you can't do basically from the toolkit site is build an application. So definitely we'll get that out to the people who are on this call.
Absolutely, absolutely. So those of you that wanted additional information, we'll make sure that that's part of it. So I'm going to close that out. Also, if you have a client or prospect that fits this criteria that we discussed, go ahead and reply to this. make sure to follow up with you with that, and we'll look for the best possible solution.
Yeah, that's a great thing to point out too. And with the uncertainty in the market right now, we are seeing a lot of people take a look at these IULs that normally wouldn't have looked at it before. They want the upside potential. They don't want the downside risk. They love the tax diversification and the tax advantages it brings. So, yeah, definitely want to, anything that the advisors or agents on this phone call can, bring to you guys for potential case design and all those sort of things, definitely they should take advantage of it.
Absolutely. And we are doing a ton of illustrations now because of that. So I would say if you're not familiar with the IULs, please do not shy away from it. That's what we're here for, to walk you through that. So again, if you've got clients where you feel like this would be a necessary need for them, we can definitely run an illustration and walk you through all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and close that one out. And then lastly, if you are not currently appointed with North American and would like to get appointed with North American, I do have a polling question for you on that as well. If you can just respond to that. I'll leave this up for a little bit longer. So while this is up, AJ, any final words?
I think the only last thing I would say is I kind of touched on it earlier. When you are looking at index universal life products, mainly for max funding or cash accumulation, those sort of things, be sure you know the moving parts of each company's products. Just because one company illustrates better than another, those are hypotheticals. Make sure you're looking at the moving parts, the guarantees, all those sort of things.
Excellent point. Well, since we don't have any additional questions, I'm just going to close out from an Iams perspective, saying that if you guys have any questions at all, feel free to give us a call and speak to either myself or Jess Riley, who is our other life sales director. He's in our Topeka office. As you see here, my email address is tony@iamsinc.com. And Jess, I know it looks like it's Jesse, but it's Jess. That's going to be jess@iamsinc.com. Or you can reach out to us at 800-255-5055. And with that, I want to thank you guys for taking time out your busy day to join the webinar. And for those of you that were looking for additional information, we'll make sure to get that out to you today. Everybody have a great week and look forward to speaking to you again. Thanks again, AJ. Appreciate it.
Thanks, everyone.
All right, we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.